Today, Kevin and I are going to pick up some sweet treats from Kilwins. We are in Spanish Springs in the Villages, and they have lots of chocolates to choose from, and they have ice cream. So we showed you we're trying some Kilwins chocolate, and we went inside, and it smells absolutely wonderful. It's an overwhelmingly sweet smell.
It smells sweet.
And I told Kevin, when we go to Brewster's and buy ice cream, you stand at the window, but the smell wafting out is just so sweet. That's what it was like being in the shop. It reminded me of Brewster's ice cream.
Yeah.
But right now we bought, we're going to have another review because we did buy some fudge. They had ice cream too. We didn't buy ice cream today, but we will have a review of some fudge. But this video, we're going to have 11 items that we're reviewing. We have a raspberry truffle. And yeah, we're gonna go through a lot here. We have a raspberry truffle, an Irish cream truffle, Bavarian cream, orange cream, vanilla buttercream, raspberry cream. That is a marzipan fruit. And then we have cookies and cream bark. And we have English toffee bar. I did buy 2 of those. And then we have a pecan snapper, which is huge. And we have a Kilwins Bear Claw. So first we're going to try the raspberry truffle. I can't give you a price for these, the creams, because they put them together. But then I will be able to give you some exact prices on down the line. So the raspberry truffle, it says it's 90 calories each. It is dark chocolate, enrobes a velvety center flavored with real raspberries.
Yeah, we won't be able to show you a picture of the insides either.
No, there won't be
This
any
is about
insides.
It. Good as you can get.
Yeah, yeah, just pink.
I like the raspberry flavor. It reminds you of just your everyday box of chocolate, but I think the texture is a little bit better.
The texture seems thicker. I don't know that it's necessarily as sweet.
Yeah, and it's not
as in a box of chocolate.
And it's not as strong a raspberry either. It's not that overwhelming, like almost fake raspberry flavor.
No, this tastes like fresh raspberry.
Yeah, this tastes like they've actually used raspberry.
It tastes like very fresh raspberry, and it seems thicker than in a box of chocolate, but not as sweet.
Yeah, it's very nice though.
Okay,
you definitely know it's raspberry.
The next one is an Irish cream.
Yeah, it doesn't look like an Irish cream. It looks like a salted something, but
it's 90 calories.
I tell you what, these are very easy to cut.
Well, it's super, super soft.
Yep.
Our velvety chocolate center infused with the flavor of rich Irish cream.
Okay.
And there were so many things they had we didn't get. They had chocolate covered Nutter Butters. They had chocolate covered Oreos.
Rice Krispie treats with chocolate.
Pretzels.
I love that creamy Irish cream flavor. You talk about literally melting on your tongue. That was just like awesome.
Yeah, this is something that if we weren't doing the review, it would be something that you could hold in your mouth and just let it melt because it's so silky.
That's so good.
The Irish cream flavor is light for me.
It's there though.
But it is there. Yeah, it's there, but it's light for me.
It's more of a, almost like a vanilla cream, but it's still there.
Yes. But the highlight, I think, is really the chocolate.
It's excellent. And the texture.
The next one is a Bavarian cream. These are 70 calories each. It says a rich chocolate center with hints of maple covered in creamy milk chocolate. So we should taste maple in this one.
Yeah, I'll get the piece that kind of fell apart. Wow, definitely maple.
I'll tell you what, if you have anyone in your life that has trouble with their teeth, truffles are the way to go.
Oh yeah, they're so soft.
because there's
Shoot, even if they don't have trouble with your teeth, if you just like something that just melts on your tongue.
Yes.
Why wouldn't you?
But they're like, well, a lot of times like you don't know what to get for relatives and stuff like that.
True.
If they have trouble, I would avoid getting anything with nuts, and I would stick with truffles because they're so soft.
Yeah.
That I love the maple flavor.
It does have a very maple-y flavor. Not overdone. It could reach chemical if they went any further.
If it had been any stronger, it's right on the line.
Yeah.
Because like right now it has like a bitter aftertaste.
Yeah, I'm not getting bitter, but definitely an imitation.
Yes.
Chemical.
So it's right on the line. Like I wouldn't
right
want
there.
to eat a bunch of those.
No, but it's very good and very sweet.
Yes.
And it does melt on your tongue.
Okay, the orange cream.
Yeah, I'm trying to cut these as best I can.
It's 70 calories. And they had a lot of these in milk chocolate and dark chocolate. Know that. We picked milk chocolate because we like sweet. A heavenly citrus cream center enrobed in smooth milk chocolate. And it has a good outer edge of milk chocolate.
Yeah, it's pretty thick.
That's the thickest one.
I think again though, if you let it lay on your tongue, I think it would still melt really nicely.
That's my favorite one so far.
That orange is really, really nice. See, I think I like that the Irish cream better.
Oh, do you? Yeah, that orange cream is absolutely delicious.
Yeah,
I have a
it's
piece of paper laying here in front of me so I can keep the names. Well, I have prices written down for later. That orange is absolutely terrific. To me, it's a very, I know they said citrus, but it's more candy-like to me. And it's uber sweet.
Yeah,
Just
it is very sweet.
super sweet. But that one has had the thickest outer layer of that milk chocolate. I love it.
They got some good chocolate, this for sure.
Okay. Vanilla buttercream.
I think they actually had chocolate squares. Just like if you just wanted a square of chocolate, they just had chocolate too.
I'm sure they did.
Which
We didn't
seems
buy
to be
anything
really
plain.
No, but they did have it if you were interested.
Vanilla buttercream is 70 calories. A sweet, soft vanilla buttercream center enrobed in Kilwins. This says dark chocolate, but I got the milk chocolate.
I don't know about buttercream, but it definitely has a vanilla cream flavor. It's nice.
Do you know, I know, I'm thinking, there's a brand that's made in like Covington, Kentucky.
Is it I'm thinking about the opera bars.
That's them.
Okay.
Yeah, it tastes, that's them.
Good, interesting we were thinking about the same thing.
They're called like opera creams. The center of that tastes just like one of the opera creams.
I think the Blue Mondays, is that what they're called? Or something Mondays?
Blue
they have
Monday.
a similar flavor as well. The
Yes.
same creamy texture and flavor.
But that specifically tastes like that
The
opera cream flavor.
I think there's other brands that sell opera creams as well.
I'm sure they do. This one's just like we can get it in our Walgreens because
Right.
they're made in Kentucky.
Yeah, it's really good.
But they're absolutely wonderful. I mean, just like a lot of you would be like, I don't know how you're eating that because it's so sweet. And it is truly intensely sweet, but I love it. Okay, now we have a raspberry cream. It is 70 calories. Whipped raspberry puree enrobed in silky milk chocolate. Ooh.
Looks darker than the first raspberry bit. It definitely tastes different than the raspberry cream. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Raspberry truffle.
I don't think you get as much.
It's just a different flavor almost entirely. Because the first one, I think the chocolate was not quite as strong, but the raspberry was a little bit stronger. This one's more of just sweet, like a berry flavor.
Yeah, it's more like just a general berry flavor.
Yeah, like a mixed berry or something.
It's more like a raspberry flavor like you would get in a pudding or something.
I could see that, or a yogurt or something like that.
Because it's just lighter. It's just lighter all around. So
I love their chocolate though.
Yeah, I do too. So if you wanted something lighter, a lighter raspberry, get the cream over the truffle.
Which is funny because it was a really dark color compared to the truffle. It wasn't a dark hardly at all.
Okay, this one is a marzipan fruit. And it's very small. It's only 60 calories. Classic European almond paste candy in cherry fruit shapes.
Got that marzipan chew.
That was $1.29 for that little teeny tiny piece.
They charge per pound in a lot of cases. Not every case, but a lot of cases. So it depends on how much they weigh. That's why we really can't tell you the price for the creams because they were per pound.
Yeah, and they put a bunch of them together under one number, so we don't know.
Just know they were like $35.99 a pound.
A pound.
But it would take a lot of those chocolates to make a pound.
Yes, it would. Okay.
It's good. I like that marzipan.
I like it too. It has a very strong almond, but it's
very strong almond.
But it's strong and it's sweet.
Yeah,
yes, incredibly sweet. And I do like the little bit of a chew to it too.
Yeah, it has a nice texture. It doesn't have the. Sometimes you get marzipan that has little pieces in it, like almost like little pieces of the nut still whole.
Right.
This one was more creamy than that.
It's very creamy.
I mean, I'm sure it still has it, but it's so small that you can't tell.
But that was easy to eat too. So all of those have been very easy to eat.
Yeah, just a little bit more chewy than the other ones.
So this piece of cookies and cream bark was...
And this was a half a piece that they had there. They broke it for us.
Yes, I said, can we buy half a piece? She said yes. This was $4.62 for this. It is cookies and cream bark. But you know what? That's not too much smaller than a piece of than a candy bar.
No. It's thin. You know, it's thinner.
Cookies and cream bark, it's 150 calories for an ounce. So we don't have a clue. I would have to look at the receipt and figure it out. I'm not worried about it. No. It's classic Oreo cookie pieces on a wave of rich Kilwins Heritage white chocolate.
Yeah, we wanted to get at least one thing that was white.
But it didn't get any dark.
You know, I thought we like white and milk a lot better than we like dark chocolate. So we like to be as fair as we possibly can be. It's good. I tell you what, the cookie, whatever they're using for cookie, really
it's
comes
Oreo.
through.
It said Oreo.
Okay, it really comes through. You can taste the cookie a lot in there, and the white chocolate's sweet, but it's not that really. It's not a traditional like white chocolate you get in a candy bar.
I agree.
It's a little milkier than that.
It is. It's not. It's not as sweet as what we get in like American, just a
like a Hershey's cookies.
Yeah, it's not that sweet, but I still really like it, and they loaded it down with Oreo.
It's full of Oreo, and the it's not as that milky, creamy flavor as like you get in the UK, which is like pure, almost like cream off the top of the milk. It's not like that, so it's good.
It's a combination of the two.
Yeah, kind of in between.
Yeah. Okay, so now we have English toffee bar, 140 calories each.
You knew we had to get a toffee bar.
And we got two. A bite-sized version of a Kilwins classic buttery English toffee and milk chocolate. Now, they did have bags of just the toffee.
That had nuts on it.
That wasn't, that's not covered in chocolate. And they had milk chocolate and dark chocolate. We bought two, and they were $3.04 for both of them.
That's good.
I'm glad we bought two.
Yeah, that's good. It's not as good as the other chocolate shop we had them from. It's good. It's really, really good. But we went to another chocolate shop, and I think I liked theirs better. I don't know about you, but I did. It was a little bit different, too, because it had, like, stuff on the outside of it.
Yes, and I like that part of it, too.
I don't know, it's just the toffee tasted...
It had nuts on the outside, too.
Yeah, this one doesn't taste like your traditional English toffee, whereas the other one tasted like English toffee to me.
Yes, but this is incredible.
It's still very good. I mean,
and the texture, if you've ever had a Heath bar,
yeah, it's similar to that,
or a Dime bar, that's what that is.
Score.
Yes, that's what that is like. To me, it's absolutely delicious. I would get it again.
Yeah, very good. But if I had a choice, I'm going to buy toffee, I'm going to go to the other place.
But would you get the cookies and cream, or would you get that?
Over those two,
Yeah.
the toffee.
The toffee, yeah, because the toffee.
Cookies and cream was good. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't that.
It wasn't
sweet.
one that I needed to buy again.
Yeah, the flavors just weren't like. I mean, I could get an Oreo cookie and be just as happy.
Yeah. Okay, now we have.
That's a feast.
These are huge. This is a pecan snapper. And okay, but let me tell you, it was $7.99.
Yeah, so was
These.
the other one.
Yes, these were $7.99 each, $8 a piece.
Watch this. This is the fun part, Granny.
Pecan snapper. It's, geez Louise.
Yeah, you don't want other calories.
It's 770 calories. Yeah, 770 calories. Pecan
You're
hives.
trying to find a way around it. There is no way
No,
around it.
now is that milk chocolate or dark chocolate?
It looks like a darker.
I think it's dark. These signs said dark and milk. I don't think they had any milk in there. They were all the same color. They were all dark. It's pecan hives in handcrafted caramel covered with Kilwins dark chocolate.
If they had milk, they look the same. And you would think, the girl working back there, we've got everything milk chocolate so far. You would think she would have just given us milk chocolate.
But I'm telling you, they didn't look like they had any milk chocolate.
Doesn't look different.
Mm-mm.
I like that, but the caramel is not like a traditional caramel. Is it?
I love how soft it is.
Mm-hmm. I know this is the other one, but it had a big hunk of caramel.
This is so easy to eat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually really impressed with this because when you look at it, well, we've had stuff like this before that is hard.
Oh yeah, you can hardly bite into it.
Like we bought a bag of these, basically they're glorified turtles.
Yeah.
And we bought a bag of those from Favorite Day, and I know it's Target brand, but you thought you were going to pull your teeth out to take a bite of them because they were so hard. This, even though it might look like it's hard, it's not. Every element.
It's not easy. I broke it apart.
Even the pecans are, I don't want you to think they're soft like in ice cream, but they're easy to sink your teeth into. And I like the chocolate too.
The chocolate's nice. The caramel's not that really sticky caramel either. It's more of a caramel cream than a caramel. I also don't think it's as strong a flavor of caramel. The caramel flavor is a little bit lighter than a turtle or a, what's the other one? Good something?
A Goo Goo cluster?
Goo Goo cluster, similar thing. I like the flavors of those better just because the caramel's stronger. But I do like this a lot. I mean, and you get a mouthful of like pecans and caramel in there. So
the caramel is a light caramel flavor.
Yeah.
When you have the chocolate by itself, you can definitely tell it's dark.
darker. Yeah.
Yes, you can definitely tell it's dark, but it's not bitter. It doesn't dry your mouth out or anything. It's just darker. Now this one has cashews.
Got all those cashews in the bottom. Yeah.
Oh wow! I didn't even look at the
I know.
bottom. Well, the other one had a
This
piece
one,
of paper attached.
well,
to
this
it.
one has a lot of caramel at the bottom. Where you can't see it. This one you can actually see them.
This is called Kilwins Bear Claw. It is 700 calories. And it says caramel hand dip, caramel hand dropped.
Yeah.
Caramel hand dropped on whole cashews and covered in dark chocolate. Does this fit me? It's a huge.
You say you could grab the other piece. It's bigger.
It's bigger.
That caramel is still not really sticky, but it seems a little tougher, just a little bit than the other one. I'd say it just depends on who makes it too, wouldn't you? Mm-hmm. That one has some salt to it.
I agree with what you said though. Because normally caramel would be strong enough to where you might not necessarily taste that cashew. I absolutely taste the cashew.
Yeah.
100% you taste the cashew. It's not the strongest, sweetest caramel I've ever had.
No, it's a nice
But
caramel,
I think it's very nice. Yes,
it has
I
plenty
love
of sweetness. That's
it
for sure.
does, and I love how soft it is. You can see I'm like
I know.
pulling it off.
I like the combination of the caramel and the pecan. Or the cashew.
Yeah, which one
And
do
I
you
like
like
and
better?
I like the salt in there too. I like the cashew one. Which is strange for me because I normally don't eat cashews that much.
No, you don't.
Well, I'll tell you why. Not only do you taste the cashews really nicely, the cashews and the pecans are basically the same texture in these. They're both kind of soft. Cashews are already soft. These pecans are a little softer too. If they had roasted those pecans and made them like really crunchy, then I may have picked the pecan one. But since they didn't, they're kind of the same texture. I would rather have that little bit of additional salt in the cashews. That's why I'm picking it.
I like them both. I really do. But I'm going to pick the pecan.
Yeah.
Because I just like the flavor of that
Of the
pecan.
pecan.
Because I had a piece left, I just ate it again. And I really like the flavor of that. But
I think if I sprinkled a little salt on there, that would be good too.
my very favorite of all of these is the orange. The orange truffle, orange cream. Orange cream, that was my favorite. I love that. You said that you like the Irish cream.
Yeah. No, I think I'd go with either one of these at the end of the day.
Well,
The Bear Claw and the Snapper, I think I would get one of those.
you get one of those.
Instead of creams.
And I also like the English toffee. I thought that was good. The
English toffee's
marzipan
good.
was good, but I would want a bigger piece than that. I would want to eat several of those. Let me just tell you, I said, do you all have other locations? And she said, yeah, there's a map on the wall. So I took a picture of the map. They're kind of all over the place. Now
It's not in Kentucky.
They're not in Kentucky. They're not in the northwest. So like California, Washington, Oregon, they're not in places like that. But they're in Alabama, Arkansas, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, District of Columbia. They have tons of locations in Florida. So if you're in Florida, you need to look them up.
So they're really on the East Coast. Almost.
Georgia, there's a lot of locations. Illinois has a lot of locations. Indiana, Louisiana has one. It's in New Orleans in the French Quarter. I think that's interesting. Maryland has 2 locations. Massachusetts has 2 locations. Michigan has a lot of locations. There's a lot in Michigan. Missouri has 2. One is Branson. Mississippi has 1. Ocean Springs, downtown it says. New Hampshire has 1. Portsmouth. New Jersey has 3 locations. New York has, looks like about 6. North Carolina has a bunch. So if you're in North Carolina, you may have had Kilwins. You have to let us know. Ohio has 2. They have one in Columbus and Dublin, Ohio. They have one in Tulsa,
Those are up
Oklahoma. Tulsa, Oklahoma is down south though.
Yeah.
And then Pennsylvania has about 6. Rhode Island.
Pennsylvania, they
has-
literally went all around Kentucky.
Yeah, Rhode Island has 2. South Carolina has a bunch. Tennessee has 3.
Yeah, they made a C around Kentucky. They said, heck with Kentucky. We're not putting any there.
Okay, we're almost done. Texas has a bunch. Virginia has at least 5. And Wisconsin has 4.
You didn't
So-
say Virginia or anything like that either, though. So
No, but look, here's the map I'm showing Kevin. I'll put this at the end of the video.
No, good.
So they don't have one in Kentucky or West Virginia, but they have them all around us.
Yeah, it's funny.
So the reason I named a bunch of those is because you might have thought you didn't have one in your area, but you might have one in your area. And they had seating on the inside. At this location, they had seating on the outside. I'm sure that depends on where you're at. But they had a bunch of pre-packaged boxes.
Tons of prepackaged stuff.
Yeah, if you wanted to buy a whole box of English toffee, then
Yep.
you absolutely could.
Or if you wanted to buy an ice cream and go sit outside, you could.
Exactly, like I said, they had ice cream. Ooh, listen, if I lived near one of these, this
Oh.
is, you know
The
what I'm going to
cooler.
say. Yes, they had a cooler,
Freezer.
a freezer. Yeah, it was a freezer. Ice cream cakes.
Yeah, they had pints of ice cream.
They had pints of ice cream. Well, they were bigger. It was
that's
a
true. They were-
quart.
they were
It looked
quarts.
more like it was a quart.
That's true. They were
size.
bigger. So they had those of just ice cream flavors.
Yeah, so if you have a favorite flavor, you could
Yeah.
go just get it. But then they had
cream cakes.
ice cream cakes, and they probably had 6 different kinds.
Tammy's like, I want an ice cream cake. I said, there's no way we can drive back for 40 minutes. And
oh no, we would have never lasted. But you know, there were two that were specially named for this area. The ice creams, we probably should have tried those. Now
it was
that
like
I'm
the
thinking
Village's
about it.
Mud or something like
Village's
that.
Mud.
I don't remember what the other one was.
And the other one was something that sounded like, it was like something for this area too. If I had thought about, or of course it could be the same thing, but be called Pennsylvania Mud or something where you're
true.
at. So it's probably the same thing, they just renamed it. But just know, if you haven't been in there, really cool shop. They're very clean.
They had apples too.
They did.
They had candy apple, caramel, chocolate apples, caramel
Beautiful.
apples, whatever.
Yeah, beautiful looking apples. So we could have gotten those. I'm sure there's a million things we're not naming, but if you go to their website, I bet you it's all on their website anyway. So let us know, have you ever been? What do you like to order? I'm very curious because this was our first experience getting to go. And we will have another video on Kilwins. We're going to be trying six different flavors of fudge. We're very excited about that too. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.